Empty houses are a crime against humanity when families are freezing on the streets.
This is my property. I paid for every brick and I decide who walks through that door.
In a battle between the right to shelter and property rights, who is the real victim? You decide. Marcus, 34, unemployed mechanic.
When I found this place, it wasn't a home. It was a rotting shell. The windows were smashed, and the city had condemned it 3 years ago. My wife and I were sleeping in a sedan with a 6-month-old baby. It was 5 degrees below zero. I didn't break in to steal. I broke in to survive. I spent my last savings on plywood and glass. I fixed the plumbing with my own hands. I cleared the yard of trash that the neighbors hated. For 2 years, nobody cared. We brought life back to this dead house. Now suddenly, the owner shows up in a luxury car, demanding we leave in 24 hours? Where was she when the roof was leaking? We earned this roof over our heads. Should my baby freeze just because a piece of paper says this house belongs to a ghost?
Hannah, 52, real estate investor.
Let's be clear about the law. It does not matter if I visit the property once a day or once a decade. It is mine. I pay the property taxes, I pay the insurance, and I hold the deed. This man speaks about saving the house, but in the eyes of the law, he is a trespasser. You cannot just steal a car because the owner isn't driving it, right? Why is a house different? I was keeping this property as an inheritance for my daughter. Now, I have to spend thousands of dollars on lawyers to evict strangers who force-fed themselves into my asset. He says he fixed the plumbing? I didn't ask for that. He is occupying my investment, and his sob story doesn't change the fact that this is theft, plain and simple.
Is this survival or plain theft? Who do you side with? Tyler, 27, professional tenant.
Look, I know how the system works. I found a loophole, and I'm using it. The law says if I stay here for 30 days and receive mail, I establish residency. I didn't break the lock. The door was open. Now, this is a civil matter, not criminal. The police can't touch me. The owner wants me out? Fine, take me to court. By the time the paperwork processes, I'll have 6 months of free rent. Why should I pay $3,000 a month for a studio apartment when there are massive houses sitting empty while owners go on long vacations? I printed a lease agreement off the internet. It looks real enough to stop the cops. He can yell all he wants, but I have rights. I'm not moving until a judge tells me to, and that's going to take a long time.
Sarah, 64, retired teacher.
I only went away for 3 months to care for my dying mother in another state. That was it. I came back to my own home, the house I raised my children in, and the locks were changed. This man, he is laughing at me through the window. He sold my furniture. He is smoking in my living room. The police told me they can't remove him because he claims he has a lease. It's a lie. I never signed anything. I am sleeping on my friend's couch at 64 years old while a stranger destroys everything I worked 40 years to build. I feel violated. I feel unsafe. How is this justice? I am the victim here, but the law treats me like the criminal for trying to enter my own front door.
Is the system broken or is this fair play? Tell us below. David, 40, warehouse worker.
I swear I didn't know. I saw the listing online. Affordable rental, immediate move-in. I met the landlord, signed the lease, and paid him first and last month's rent in cash. $4,000. That was our entire savings. We moved in, unpacked, and enrolled the kids in school. 2 months later, this guy bangs on the door saying he's the real owner. Turns out I paid a scammer who broke in and pretended to be the landlord. But where does that leave me? I have a valid contract, or I thought I did. I have receipts. If we get kicked out today, we are homeless. I am a victim of fraud, just as much as he is. I can't just vanish into thin air with my children. We need time, and we need compassion.
Robert, 45, small business owner.
I believe David. I really do. He looks like a good man who got scammed. But here is the reality. I am facing bankruptcy. I have to sell this house immediately to pay off business debts, or I lose everything. My livelihood, my credit, my own home. I have a buyer ready to close next week, but they won't sign if the house is occupied. Every day David stays there, I lose money I don't have. I can't afford to let him stay for free, and I can't legally collect rent from him because it complicates the eviction. It breaks my heart to kick a family out, but if I don't, my own family goes under. It's either him or me. Why should I lose my life's work because someone else was tricked?
Two innocent families, one impossible choice. Who should bear the cost? Subscribe and share your verdict.